Go.
Okay, let's follow Sprice again. And the fog of war off. Players. So here we go. We're going to unpause in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And a commander is already selected. He's got the Regal Mines, Elephant. What's this one called again? Jaeger Armor.
Yes, Jaeger armor. That's pretty much I've seen like in every 2v2 game when people play as Germans. That's usually what everybody picks. Jaeger armor. So we got. Daniel.D. Yeah.
No, you go.
Okay, we got Daniel.D and Twister, the Stalingrad strongmen. They're playing in the north, and we have Poland can into space in the south, and they're playing as Germans. And that team consists of Walther and Cpt.SPrice.
Can they into space? Can Poland into space?
One day, I think.
I think the jury's still out on that one.
I think one day Poland can into space.
You know, is there any point in showing all the resources? I don't know if anybody ever looks at them. Tell us in the chat if I should have these on or off. They do take up a little bit of screen space. They're so poorly organized. It's just, all right, well, here at least the two players are next to each other. So we've got the Krauts at the bottom, Daniel.D third slot, Twister at the top. I'll leave them on. Maybe someone's interested in that.
Yeah, they can help calculate. And they go, oh my god, why is he floating 10,000 manpower?
Exactly. You can make fun of people for floating resources.
Yeah, that's
all right. We got an M3 racing onto the field. Look how fast he is on red roads, man. Woo! Barrels down that road.
Yeah, with the patch, what they did, they implemented the acceleration correctly now. So it takes a while for vehicles to get up to top speed, but they increase the top speed on all the vehicles as well.
That's so cool. Those little details like that, like the physics, the vehicle physics, and how they accelerate, how the shocks work on the units and the vehicles, just fantastic stuff, man.
So we got Price and Walther. They're actually pushing up the left side of the map together now. Price has got 2 snipers, and Walther's got a Gren and a Pio pushing up ahead, and he's got a Gren squad covering the cutoff point.
Interesting that they changed roles. You know, Walther was the sniper guy in game 1, and then Price said, hey, let me show you how it's done. Let me be the sniper guy. But still, I don't even think snipers are that great on this map, so I don't know if that's a great strategy.
If you're confident enough with knowing the shooting lanes, I think you can pull it off, but it is quite tricky because of all the hedges. And there's a lot of these bushes that are about on the map that don't look like shot blockers, but they are. That's something to be mindful of as well.
At least they've got the snipers on the correct side of the map where they can be effective. Yeah. So you can see he's kiting these.
Walther got so greedy with that Gren, he should have retreated him. He just got shot in the back of the head. Yeah. This M3 is doing nice work though, harassing, getting some health stripping going on. But that cutoff didn't work out. Although they still have the right hand side of the map now. The Soviets do.
The Soviets, man, they've got the whole map. Look, what are you talking about? Look at that. I mean, this is what happens when you build 2 snipers at the beginning. Look at this map.
Do so much map control now.
I mean, they're getting a few kills here and there, but with the huge squads, does it really matter that they have 13 kills? I don't know.
It adds up. It adds up. The other thing to remember is that the German sniper also fires faster than the Soviet one to compensate for the larger squad sizes.
Daniel.D loves to use the M3 with nothing in it and just, use the main gun and kite infantry and just deal damage.
It does great damage against infantry, especially since all the infantry armor has been removed from everything except shock troops. It's it's a very nice harassment unit. You just got to be really careful because it does take quite a fair amount of damage from small arms. So yeah, it's a useful harassment tool, but squishy. Very much like the bike or the jeep.
Squishy like my infantry in that 2v2 we played. That was so embarrassing, okay? I lost so many, one after the next. I'm glad we won that game. That was fun.
Okay, we got it back. It's fine. You know, that's the thing about COH is that you should always remember that you can always come back. Don't give up. You know, even if you lost a unit, just hang in there and just think. You know, take a few seconds, rethink what's happening.
Map control can change rapidly.
Yes, I think. So the Germans are making a strong push for the middle now. They're probably going to try and make a push to cut off, but it's not paying dividends at the moment. They're losing men left, right, and center, and so they mass retreat from Walther, really.
So many Russian units there.
Yeah, it's not. That didn't work out. It's good to retreat, but oh, look at that flamer crit!
Oh!
3 guys in one burst.
Oh man, that was awful. They're screaming in agony. Poor bastards. These guys are frozen like they're Pompeii.
That was horrible. So they get bunker up to help protect the cutoff, but this is quite, you know, this is looking bad for the Germans. Really bad.
Man, look at Daniel.D just like going for the stick and run, you know, and getting out the back door.
That's great recon, good damage. He's doing well. Now Twister is putting down some of these tripwire flares, and
really,
they're actually quite they're quite useful too.
I could never find it.
Next to the middle VP.
Oh, here they are. Look at those 3 little things. Okay.
Yeah. So you know when you trip them up, it sends up a flare, gives you line of sight, and it's really good if you've got mortars or snipers, or you know if you're going to do a counter attack. But I believe minesweepers can actually sweep them up because they're just like regular mines. Well, they're treated as regular mines in effect. Twister calls in the 120mm mortar. Really good if you've got static enemies. But I wouldn't say they're too static, to be honest, the Germans. They've got a lot of Grens and snipers.
Why are they not sweeping it? They didn't sweep it. Why didn't they sweep it?
I think they're just under fire.
Sweep it or what?
Yeah, well, no, you just have to stand there. It takes a while for them to defuse it.
No, they didn't do it.
So they were being shot. Oh, so they were being shot at, so they won't do it. You have to be out of combat to defuse mines.
I don't know about that. That's really different than Co-1. I mean, Co-1, you could just run up there and do it and take damage. I mean,
Yeah.
So you can't sweep at all under fire, even taking more damage?
No, that's what I've noticed. At least I'd have to ask to be 100% certain. But when I've played, I noticed that when you're under fire, you can't sweep mines.
Oh, that's weird.
So it might be worth it, you know, to cover mines with MGs or troops.
Yeah,
as
always,
well.
sure. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. M3 got vet just running around, kiting, spotting. And now the mortars are starting to play. So
120 more.
Look out, snipers.
Look out, Grens. He's going to be in trouble now. The next shell is going to do a lot of damage. Here we go. No, it missed.
Barely. All right, scout car in the field.
If they handle the scout car well, they can make a good push. So they can probably take out this M3 now. It's on very low health.
Yep, I think it's doomed. Oh, wow, he used overdrive. Are they still going to chase? Uh-oh.
No,
he ran into a bunch of conscripts. Really? Maybe they're bluffing.
Yeah.
Nope, they have it. They have it. Wow, so he could not kill the damn thing. He had a chance, definitely, but...
So we got a push at the cutoff, the German cutoff, but that didn't pay off because they had the bunker protecting it. The conscripts couldn't get in.
Yeah, the bunker's nicely placed. Gives the snipers room to work.
Sharpshooter ready for orders. Here you go.
What have we got? Commander choices. The Twister's gone Soviet Shock Army. I see him use that very often. Very powerful commander. He's got Shock's PPSH 120mm mortar. Price again. He's got like you said earlier. He's got Jaeger armor, but Walther's not actually picked the commander either. So there's 2 guys not. They're waiting. Walther put some telemines down though on the main road where the M3 was moving about. So maybe he's just thinking
that's an expensive way to kill an M3, don't you think? I mean, if that's what they're for.
I think economically it works out fine. I'll just do the number quickly, but it's like, you know, it's 60 munitions times 1.6. So I think that actually works out.
If you say so.
Yeah, that's only 96 manpower. So and that thing's 190 manpower. So yeah, it is worth it. Using relics resource conversion formulae. It's worth it.
Nice. Some mines being swept. Walter's got to get his army back on the field. He's kind of licking his wounds. He's going to harass the right VP. Sprice has got a decent-sized army. He's got a pack now. I think he's got all the tools he needs to hold his area. Everything's repaired. They've been dodging mortar rounds. Mortar doesn't have a single kill, which is surprising. It's been on the field for a while.
It has done some damage, though, because you can see the little bar, little strip of yellow in the vet bar.
Yeah.
So you know it's dealt some damage.
A tiny bit, yeah.
Yeah. So you can always tell by that.
So Walter's going to go off and push on his own again. Instead of pushing like from within Price's units, he's doing a little harass. I guess he can get away with it because he's so close to his own base, but still, it's always nice to see the players overlapping.
And Price is actually bunkering up now on the left-hand
mortar
side.
shell.
And they can be tricky to take out if you haven't got the right tools. Namely 80 guns. I think it's a bit too late to have penals and M3s because there'll be packs about covering them.
Oh wow! I think the mortar might have just tore up a bunch of Twisters units. That might have been an accidental team kill. Let's check them. Let's see if they have any team kills. 3. Yep, I called it. That's what happens. Mortaring your own dudes. Watch out. When there's close combat, you got to control those mortars. That pisses me off in team games. People that don't control their mortars when you're like having a close combat and they wind up mortaring friendlies. Like you have to tell them to hold fire or fire somewhere else. You know. They do not discriminate.
Get a quick time check actually as well.
Okay, we're at 11, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. You good? Keep going?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine.
This M3 is almost nameable, although I think he might bite the dust now. Time to reverse M3 double vet. Oh, he gets out just in time, I guess. What do you want to call him?
Yevgeny, since it's a Russian driver.
Okay.
And Yevgeny gets killed all the time, according to the guards, so
All right.
it's only inevitable.
Now I can get to him anytime. All right, what do we got coming on? Ooh, SU-85. Okay, at 12 minutes. That's pretty damn quick for an SU-85.
That is quick, but I think he might have been better off with an SU-76 for the barrage, just to make
That
some
thing was
sort of-
messing us up, wasn't it? In that 2v2
Yeah, it
we
was.
played? Oh my
It was.
god. I was really surprised at how well it was doing.
No, it's a really good anti-infantry. It's got a barrage ability, which makes it really strong.
So, were there changes to it in the Elba update?
Yes, the AoE on the SU-76 was improved, so it's more consistent, and the gun does more damage. It went up from 80 to 120, so it's a 50% increase in damage output, along with increased penetration. So I'll have an easier time at dealing with tanks too. Along with its 60 range, which it had, or which it's always had. So it makes it quite a strong unit. Quite expensive, but if you're good at handling them and you're comfortable with it, they're a very rewarding unit to use.
Yevgeny! Yevgeny! Yevgeny!
He dies. Yevgeny.
Yevgeny!
Yeah. I had to pick the hard one, didn't I?
Well, he bought it. He was fun. He got double vet before he met his final resting place.
That's good
So-
for an M3.
You know, I think the Germans had an awful start, but they've really come back.
They have, and I'm surprised that the here comes the T-34-76. That's about right timing. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised that the Russians managed to cede so much ground now. Sorry, the Soviets, not Russians. Soviets cede so much ground because they had a lot of the map, and they slowly lost a lot. But T-34-76 is out. That's a much improved tank. More armor, more damage, more penetration. Costs a bit more now. With the acceleration changes as well, it's a very nippy tank as well compared to the P4.
That's cool. I like that.
And you can see it now. Look how maneuverable it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that is on road, but it is a very nippy tank compared to a lot of the other main battle tanks. It probably, I think it's the fastest one, including the M4C Sherman as well, that the Soviets were given in this patch too.
The T-34 is faster than the Sherman?
Yes.
Get out of here. Really? The Sherman
Yes.
just seems like lightning fast, man.
I'll have to look at the stats again, but I believe the T-34 is faster. And the 85 has got the same speed attribute as well, and that's better than the Sherman as well in damage output too. The 76 is probing, looking for spots. He's got to be careful now. He might just have been in range of Panzerfaust, but he gets out just in time before he activates. And he knows the damage it's doing to men as well. Each shot, although the time got increased, it's a lot. Each shot it does against infantry is very potent because of the amount of damage it deals.
Shrugged off that first pack shot pretty well. Even the second one doesn't even take it down to half health yet. Backs out easily. Sprice has got a mortar of his own now.
Yeah. The way they change the vehicles, the medium tanks, they've got 640 health, and that means because everything does 160 damage. Oh, I've been told the Sherman is faster. Someone looked up the stats for me.
Okay.
It's got 6.7 versus 6.5.
It's crazy fast. It's so
So
fast.
it's 0.2 faster.
It is such a nimble bastard, that Sherman, I tell you. They're fun to micro. When you get 2 or 3 of them going, oh man, good times. You can take on a Panther, you can take on anything. Get behind them, take advantage of the rear armor hits, skirt out the one that gets damaged on the way in. It's a lot of fun to micro.
And I think you just saw on the right there was a Panzerfaust shot at the T-34 and it bounced. You've actually seen the improved armor of the T-34 76. It has enough armor for Panzerfaust to bounce from the front.
Katusha clears the pack on the right. That's a very successful barrage. This T-34 almost died. He ran into a pack that he didn't expect in the middle, but he was able to salvage it. So these guys are building some huge armies, Ipkai. Sprice has got 3 packs.
I think he's worried about it. He's seen the T-34 76. He's like, if I have enough packs, then I'll be able to cover.
Oh, the packs are so wicked, man. They're really good. I think we're gearing up for quite a scrim.
I think the Soviets could do with some indirect fire now as well, because of the way the Germans are.
Well, they've got that one Katyusha.
They have the one Katyusha, but an ML-20 as well would be a nice purchase. But I don't think they've got enough CPs for it yet. Yeah, Twister's 1 CP off, so that'd be about a minute and a half before he can get it, or if he can get enough kills to get to make up the time. Because you get CPs naturally as time goes on. It's roughly a CP every 1.5 minutes. But if you kill
for
stuff,
doing nothing?
Yeah, for doing nothing. But as you kill stuff, then it'll go up faster. So it adds on to that natural CP gain you get over time.
Cpt.SPrice has done well to maintain both of his bunkers that he's set up. The Soviets haven't been able to get near him.
The packs have helped. And the snipers as well. And
a lot of action happening. Can't cover it all. Half track goes down. Got a little too close. Nice micro by Daniel.D to keep these T-34s alive. Gren's pushing in. They're double vet now with a Shrek. That can be a wicked squad.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. The T-34 76. This is quite. If he can get some lucky hits on these Panzerfausts, this Panzergren squad, and force them off, he might do quite well. But otherwise, he's gotta be really careful because the Panzer Shrek still do decent damage to T-34 76s.
Twister trying to push with an SU-85, but that's going to be hard without stuff extending its line of sight. Ooh, and he's taking side shots from packs now. Price is pushing forward with the 3 packs and annihilates the SU-85, a very nice stick. He saw that it was in trouble, and he took advantage of the opportunity.
And that was something I was trying to explain earlier as well, that all the medium tanks have about 640 hit points, and that means they can only take 480 gunshots before they get killed. Because of how the damage and the health is calculated in this game. So those packs enough. If 3 of them hit, they'll take 75% health off a tank, a medium one. So now very potent anti-tank force there on the left. So it might be worth trying to get some infantry in, because it's going to be hard to flank this position with the amount of support it's got. So you'll need some indirect.
Trying to mortar it, but just not doing work fast enough.
He'll need to start getting Katyusha to start doing some work as well. The 120 mil is fine. It's got precision strike, but because the hang time is a lot longer than the 82 mil, you can't use it as effectively as 82 mil mortar. The precision strike, sorry, on the 120 mil mortar.
Huh. Also good to know.
Yeah, so the 82 mil mortar, the precision strike on that is a lot better.
Faster. Less hang time on the shell. Nice.
Yeah, less hang time on the shell. But I mean, if there's something there that's really totally static, then the 120 mil one does do more damage because it's got better splash profile than the 82 mil does. Something to bear in mind.
That was a good hit.
Yeah, really good hit. And see, the PPSH scrons, they got a buff for the PPSH. They're better on the move now with them, and they still do very good damage up close. Not as good as shocks. They're still very good.
Oh,
and
that's another border team kill right there. Did you see that one? Let's see
Yeah.
how many friendlies they've killed now. 7. They've got an equal amount of enemies and friendlies killed. 7 of each.
And that's what I was on about with the 120 mil earlier. A lot of people complain when they've been using them that it'll wipe a squad. Sometimes it'll do nothing the whole game, and then other times it'll wipe loads of your squads. So it's one of these love them or hate them units. They're not consistent, and that's why a lot of people complain about them. The Twister's opted for another Katyusha as well. Not a bad idea for more indirect fire. It all depends on the amount of AT they have though as well, because he's building an Su-85. That's in queue. But I don't see any AT guns from the Soviets at the moment.
Well, Daniel's floating a ton of manpower. I think he's probably waiting for ISU. At least that's what he usually goes.
Yeah, he's gone a commander with ISU.
I don't know what that barrage was at. It seemed to just go over everybody's head.
Yeah, I think they moved forward while he was aiming them, possibly. Because, most people, I mean, I've said it before as well, but you know about the rockets, they always overshoot the little circle that pops up.
Yeah.
So you should always try and bear that in mind when you're using Katyusha.
Time to retreat, LMG Grand Squad. Oh my goodness, he's trying to reinforce. Trying to stay on the field. Is he going to succeed? Good grief, these guys have a story to tell. They are going to succeed. Amazing. I thought they would die for sure.
That's some really ballsy stuff there.
Yeah. All right, we got an off map of some sort coming in.
That's the IL-2 still moving.
Ooh. Whoa. Almost got the retreating 251.
Yeah, if that was about 3 patches ago, that would have probably killed everything. But it's been nerfed quite heavily since...
and now the Katyusha barrage. This could annihilate some squads. A lot of low health units here. Oh my goodness, it takes apart that mortar. Just, wow. Whoa, filthy. Between mortar shells and the strafe.
And here's the ISU 152 on the left.
It's here.
Plugging the shots.
That'll change the composure of this game entirely. Now he can outrange all this stuff. These bunkers, packs, scout cars. They'll have a huge no-go zone on the left. Wow, these strafes just keep coming. Good grief, when does it end?
Three passes. That's what it has. So there's a Tiger on the right as well, and Twister's doing well to push him back. The Su-85 and some infantry support. So Daniel's T-34 support. But Daniel's ISU is working down on the left now, trying to bust all these bunkers that Price put up earlier. And just a quick note about the ISU, that vehicle overall I'd say got buffed. It got more armor on the front and on the rear, although the rear armor is still low enough that you can get a Panzer IV in the back and every shot will penetrate most of the time. It got its penetration increased as well from 150 to 220. So it had very strong buffs in this patch.
Does somebody have Artie, or is it just the Katyushas still?
It's the Katyushas and it's probably the ISU probably, because it makes the sound of the shells.
Oh my goodness. I have a feeling this position is about to get swamped.
Got a bombing run coming in.
Wow, that was dodged nicely. And the rockets fall away from the units. But the Soviets have just a massive army. Captain Price has been pushed back severely. Wow, this one sniper has 33 kills. This Wehrmacht sniper.
Yeah, he's done well. It's nice to see the Wehrmacht sniper get a high kill count as well. So he's done well with that. And Price has got the elephant out now. So here comes the hard counter to the ISU.
If you can get it in position to get some shots off.
Yeah. There's also something of note as well. They added hold fire to a lot of the vehicles that can fire past the screen's length.
Oh my goodness.
Something to know.
Oh my goodness, Ipkai. I can't believe it. We've been asking for so long. They added hold fire. That's fantastic. I did not know that. Yay.
So the elephant has hold fire.
Yay. That's great news. I had no
now
idea.
it won't shoot at men. If you put hold
That's
fire
so
on,
good, and it
at
won't
men.
like spin around when like some combat engineers are behind it, you know?
Exactly.
Ooh, wow, he's tearing up the ISU. Daniel.D's backing away. What do we got? Bombs coming in? What's this? Oh, big bombs.
That's good.
Complete miss, though. Let's see. You don't want to lead with your elephant, though.
No.
But Price is getting a bit desperate.
I think he can afford to hang back because they're going to take them a while to repair, because that thing has got about... It can take another hit from anything, basically, and they'll get killed.
All right, well, where did the ISU retreat to? He's retreated to the center. Check out this elephant just getting up by the VP. Man, these strafes are still coming in. Do your job, man. Shoot down these planes. What's up?
Oh, there was a...
Where are they at? What, did I miss a crash?
And yeah, no, the 120mm mortar got Stuka dive bombed.
Oh, yeah?
So the 160 mils. It's kind of like the old COH1, like the V1 in some regards, in that you can't, there's no smoke, there's no warning flares, all you can hear is the sound of the plane making the bombing.
Gotta guess. I like that, though, that there's one off map that's like that. Adds some spice to it. Where you don't necessarily know where it's coming. You hear that awful sound. You know something bad's coming. Basically, you just gotta move everything. Everything's gotta move.
Yeah, the issue with that, though, is that it comes in a commander that has the elephant, and one of the only ways you can deal with an elephant is with artillery, and that thing just one-shots artillery pieces.
Oh, this Grins got eaten.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, the Krauts are still totally split up. Maybe they should push together on one side. You know. Maybe Walther should go left. He still keeps going to the right, and he's just getting chewed up all by himself. I mean, if he could just extend the line of sight of the elephant, it could be firing more often, you know? I mean, Price is trying to do it himself with the Flammenwerfer.
I haven't looked to see what he's got. Has he got any scope? Yes, I see. He's got a spotting scope on the elephant and the Flammenwerfer. Now that, when they're static, they'll give the elephant a lot of line of sight. So he's not actually activated hold fire on the elephant, because you'll be able to see it. You'll have the big little, you know, like no smoking sign above it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a new addition. The ISU, I believe, has it as well.
So happy.
And the SU-85, I think, has it. And I think AT guns have it as well.
AT guns too? Really? Get out of here. Nope.
Nope.
Packs don't have it.
Twister.
Packs don't have it yet. Oh, where's that coming? Where's that coming?
I think it's
oh
an AT
boy.
gun.
Oh,
Yeah, on the left.
Labooey. Goodbye, AT gun. This is turning into a real good fight. Uh-oh, Target's getting ballsy. Suffers a crit. Oh, but the Shreks are in on the ISU. That's what you want. That's a nice hard counter. But wow, they don't even penetrate. Man, the thing just
From the
swallowed
front,
them up.
you need to get into the back.
And now there's just too much stuff there. This one, yeah, the one T-34 goes down. But that's all the damage they're going to do. Oh, but the bombs. Wow, this ISU is just swallowing everything, man. It is looking really invincible right now. Took bombs to the face, took Tiger shots, took Shrek shots to the face. Just chilling. Elephant really far forward. More bombs coming in. This is from the Katyusha.
cluster bombs actually, they don't do any damage. They do some damage to vehicles, but what they do, they stun them. So you can set up a flank with them. It comes in very fast.
Oh, this T-34 wanted to get in, but he forgot that there's 3 packs protecting that elephant. So that double vet T-34 bit the dust quick. Didn't do much damage. So the 2 big fat tanks are still really healthy. The Tiger, where'd the Tiger go? Did it go down? Did I miss it?
It went down to, I think it was a bombing run or something went on top of it.
Oh,
yeah, it looked like it.
I was watching the, yeah, here it is. I was watching the other fight, and I missed the Tiger fall.
Yeah, we have more Katyushas as well. Firing again. So the elephant is well protected. He's got Grens, he's got Pyos, he's got Flamer half track, he's got Scout Car. Daniel.D's buying another T-34.
What a fight. What a fight.
Yeah, the Germans managed to turn it around because their opening was not all that good, to be honest.
I don't know. I think they're slowly slipping. I see a lot of pain being delivered to the German side. My, my, my. Whew. Man. Whoops. Lost control. Sorry. Yeah, the Russians are pushing forward. It's just attrition. ISU coming back to full health.
Yeah. That's being fixed up. More shock troops being called in. Very interesting. But it's quite hard to get flanked.
Look at those shells. Ridiculous. Oh no, that's the ISU shells, the super big ones.
Yeah, the ones that sound like it's a howitzer landing. Like, yeah, the LMG squad that got destroyed. You can see it's still on the floor. That's quite a good pickup. We're going to get an 18-8 off. Very hard because the elephant's got 400 arms at the front. Yeah,
Boing.
It is very hard. There's only about a 25% chance of that actually working from the front of an elephant.
Oh, what was he after that? Did he get anything? Did he get the mortar at least?
I think you got the mortar.
Yeah, he got the mortar. Oh, this Flammenwerfer taking shots from the ISU, but escapes. Really nice micro by both players. This is an amazingly intense battle. These guys are being pushed to the limits. Wow.
So the elephant's going. I think the elephant's trying to get in. Not the elephant, sorry. The tiger's getting in position to try and flank the ISU. We've got to be careful. Ooh, cruise shock. He's got to be careful with his elephant, though.
What, from the Katyusha? Now he's on hold fire. What is he doing?
No,
or
no,
what is that? No,
target.
mark target. Oh. The ISU backs out.
The tiger's trying to get in, but he should back up. Yeah, good idea. Back up because we got no support.
Oh man, the scout car is trying to take out the plane. So if he kills the plane, will the mark target go away instantly, or
no,
it won't? Will it?
on.
Yeah, that's kind of whack.
If I go on whoever uses it, you can see how long it's left. So there's 17 seconds left on the marked vehicle, 15. So it's going to end soon. Just look on whoever applied it.
And all 4 of these guys are preserving their armies so well. There's never been a moment where they haven't had huge armies. Okay, new Tiger on the field. Now finally they're both going to the left. That's what I like to see. Because the Tiger, can be like a meat shield and provide some killer LOS for the elephant. Wow, Ostwin? Okay. Loses some Grens to the VP. Or maybe they're still reinforcing.
The Austin's all about anti-infantry vehicle. It did get some buffs. It's a bit cheaper now. It's 280 manpower and 100 fuel. So it's a little bit cheaper. And it did get some scatter changes as well, so it makes it a bit more effective against men.
All right, Tiger couldn't resist going into the middle. He's coming in.
They gotta be so careful here because that gap, you see, you can get some ISU shots off. You gotta be very careful.
Oh, the Grens are getting close. Nope, they decide to play it safe. Tiger also plays it safe, backs up a bit. Elephant pushing far forward. They've really got the Russians sort of stuffed back on the left side. Daniel.D's sniper has 22 quietly, triple vet. Trying to Katyusha all this armor. 2 Ostwinds on the field now. This incredible half track has been preserved.
So well to preserve these light vehicles. They got the spotting scopes, which really help give line of sight. They have to be static, mind you.
This game is so tense, Zip Guy. I'm like clutching my armchair here. My feet are like I'm all tensed up. It's just non-stop.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Action-packed.
It's because like the opening was a bit funny from the Axis, but they managed to stick in there and pull it back. And that's what I was on about earlier with this game. If you aren't doing too well at the start, it doesn't mean you're going to lose the game. And that's a really important aspect of the game. Don't give up until your VPs are gone.
Oh,
that was
Grand
silly.
Squad dies.
He should have retreated. And that was silly, just having him in there for that long.
Conscripts coming in, shock troops coming in.
This AT gun wall is basically making it so that they can't get any flanking tanks in on this elephant.
Yeah, no tanks can go there, that's for sure. Wow, another squad trying to cap the left P is annihilated by the ISU. Non-stop Katyusha fire. Hard to repair your tanks under all that ranged fire.
The Panzerwerfer and the Katyusha got nerfed slightly. They increased the cooldown time on both of them.
Thank goodness for that. The Panzerwerfer was just stupid, ridiculous. I'm really glad. That's a very welcome change. I mean, it was fun to abuse and rack up 40+ kills, but that was just not right. It was way too easy.
And here's a Stuka on the AT gun again. I can hear it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Whoa! Bonus. Oh, got one of the snipers, but not in both. Man, nice call.
As soon as you hear that plane, you just move something. Anything that can move it. It's always a good call.
This elephant hitting the Su-85. So much constant pressure. Good grief.
It's such a beefy tank. It does 320 damage per shot. That's quite a lot. And it has 400 penetration, so basically it will never bounce when it shoots at any tank.
Okay, well, the tenacity of this Cpt.SPrice on the left looks like he's going to secure this VP finally after many aborted attempts. A lot of Russian infantry pressing into the center. Tigers back to protect.
They're all swarming about, all the Soviet infantry. There's so much of it all over the shop.
See, this is what I like to see, this formation. When the Tiger leads for the elephant, I think that's just very powerful. Because the Tigers can mop it up, He can be kind of a meat shield. He can soak up a lot of hits. And then the elephant can just whack stuff from afar.
That's the point. It's also not a bad flanking tank when you got the Blitzkrieg on it. Although Blitzkrieg did get the increased speed that it used to get got removed, it actually gets increased acceleration. So all the tanks that have it, they just get to top speed very quickly now.
I'm glad that it was changed. It was like turbo rocket nonsense before. It was just seemed a bit ridiculous. So Walter's got 2 Tigers now, one on each side.
So, yeah, right side.
Whoa, a lot of infantry coming. They're following a Katyusha barrage, but man, they're gonna walk into a wall of anti-imp and these 2 Katyushas. Triple vet scout car just chilling in the back, shooting at planes. Katyushas are like, oh, something for me to kill? Let's do it. And the SDKFC rushes in too. He's not afraid of no anti-tank gun. Nobody's afraid. Look at the damage coming in. Oh, the Russians are getting cooked. And Spice is pushing forward. We got an off-map coming in, but that's too late. I'm sorry, we're already beyond that. We're behind your lines, killing your stuff. There's an AT gun down, and this triple F Flamworfer is chasing a sniper into the base. Is he gonna get it? He does! What a great kill! Triple vet Flammenwerfer preserved from the start. Wrecking house! T-34s are coming in. It's really popping off. The 2 Tigers are chasing them. The T-34s have their rears exposed to the Tigers. Where's the Flammenwerfer going? He wants more. He's going into the base. The Tigers are going to have these T-34s. I'll tell you what. One's down. Second one's at full health. Tiger's getting a little weak. Tiger's backing out. The Flammenwerfer monster beast is backing out. It reminds me of some Barton's Flammenwerfers from Saturday Night Fights. Oh my God, here come all the packs. Everything's coming. The elephant's pushing forward. Oh, we have a ram, a last resort. The elephant has got eyes on the ISU, and he's plugging away. The Tiger's plugging away. One more shot, and it could go down. There it is. The ISU is out.
Well, the Soviet armor's been wiped completely. That was a very good push by the Germans to take all of that out. Now they've got nothing.
What a beast mode push from the German side. Just thrilling stuff.
So, yeah, that was a really good engagement for the Germans. They killed so much armor, so much infantry, and they kept. I think they didn't lose anything either. Everything's still alive, barely, but still alive.
Both Tigers limp out, having done tons of damage, having taken tons of damage, but having survived the fight. Down are the T-34s. Down is the ISU-152. Down is the SU-85. Pretty much the only thing they didn't get are these two Katyushas that hid in the base.
Yeah, and the elephant's Vet 3 now.
Vet 3 elephant. Wow.
Apparently it's only killed one vehicle and it's killed 3 infantry. But because of the amount of damage it's done, that's how it's got that much better.
Just the Flammenwerfer's just been so ace. I love this Flammenwerfer. This is my favorite unit of the match. He led the attack. He was the guy that said, "Jump on my shoulders, German side, and follow me in. Let's do this." Right? He went in first, then the Oswoods followed. New ISU 152 is on the field. Katyusha still raining hell. Oh no! Don't lose the Flammenwerfer, please. No, he's hurt. He's hurt. Conscripts are in on him. Can they get off an 18-8? They're being cooked. Everybody's backing up. The Katyushas are laying in tons of pain. They're still fighting, man. Look at these. Look at the vet on these Katyushas. Holy smokes. They're trying to crack this resilient Cpt.SPrice and his buddy Walther with the 2 Tigers. Oh, man. Everything's hurt. Everything is hurt. New SU-85 comes. He might chase down these Oswins. Let's see. He's still got an elephant to go through. Elephant's been marked targeted, but there's no plane flying anymore. There it runs out. And there's an SU-85 shot. Will they finally lose a unit? They're backing away. Engine critted and everything. Finally, something goes down from the Wehrmacht side. But, you know, Ipkai, for the first time in 42 minutes, there's this eerie silence on the road to Kharkov, broken by the sound, the whistle of the Katyusha.
This has been really, really good play from the Germans. They turned it around.
Oh no, the elephant's about to fall! The Katyusha nailed it head on. The SU-85 got in a shot. The 152 got in a shot. The elephant's getting hung up on the strap point. Kills the ISU. There's a bomb going in against that AT gun. That's down. Let's see how brave the SU-85 wants to get. Oh, but now he's got to deal with Tigers because they are repaired. And they are hungry. What does the tiger say, Ipkai?
Nom nom nom. But you can see how the acceleration changes. You see how you can see the tiger seems like quite big, doesn't it? It seems weighty the way it's moving. As well
the Flammenwerfer will not die. Tiger's on the prowl. Uh-oh, that might kill the Flammenwerfer, my favorite unit, who would be Vet 6 by now if he could. Oh, these I've never seen such effective Katyushas. I've never seen Katyushas fire so many shells in one game. But it looks like Wehrmacht has done this.
Yep, they did it after a shaky start. But hats off to them for
Uh-oh, Katyushas. Your time is up. Your time is up. Your time is up, Katyushas. I know you want to save them, Twister. But it might not be possible. Walter's hungry. Walter is hungry. And he smells Katusha blood. First, he's got to get the SU-85 down. One Katusha falls. The SU-85 falls. And finally, Twister's last wonderful vetted Katusha falls. And we have just seen, my faithful Sunday Night Fights channel viewers, a hell of a scrim. A wonderful game. An exhausting battle.
Good. The SU-85 is done as well. It just got called in. It's been flanked. The SU-85's going to have a tough time trying to keep up. Flammenwerfer is in. T-34's got a damaged gun. Can't do anything now. Yeah, Soviets. It's over for them.
The Flammenwerfer had to say hi one more time. He had to say hi. He had to say. Oh,
it's an 18-8.
If you're gonna go down, you might as well go down in the sort of like, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna come in your base. Here I am. See me? See how cool I am? That's a good way to go down. If you have to fall, that's a good way to fall. That's a noble death. They know they've got it now. Shredding through the rest of the Soviet forces. What a hell of a match. I hope you guys like this one.
That turning point.
Yeah, this has been something else, man. That one German push. Oh my goodness. Awesome.
So yeah, I hope that people are liking it. And you know, a lot of people were saying that, oh man, it's probably going to be Soviet. But to be fair, the Germans did really well to stay in. Despite a lot of people initially complaining that Germans are a bit weaker now, but it seems that they did very well, even given their shaky start too.
The patch is brand new. It's only a few days old. It's way too early to call any kind of meta situation as far as overall balance between the factions. It's just too early to tell. We need more tournaments. We need to see more games like this before we know. Oh, there's going to be a big boom in the base.
Oh, here we go. You can hear that plane. It's going to make its dive bomb.
Mm-hmm. Wow. All right, Daniel.D. Man, throws in the GG. So does Twister. Hell of a great game. It ends 200-78. Good lordy, Ipkai, that was a fucking monster game, dude. Wow.
It was really monster game.
I'm completely exhausted. That one just wore me out. Hope you guys liked that. That was fantastic.
I thought that the Germans didn't start off that well. I was thinking, man, they're not doing too well. But, the Price managed to hold on to that little slice of territory. The fuel, the ammo, and the cutoff point with his snipers. Then he got his triple AT gun wall up, and then got his elephant out. And then they managed to turn it around after Walther managed to get the two Tigers to help spearhead an attack on the Soviet armor.
Price unit preservation and resilience, just hanging back by those bunkers and biding his time. He was very patient. He preserved his units. Withstood waves and waves of infantry attacks and tank attacks, man. Those three packs were a definite no-go zone for any T-34 that thought he could get behind a tank. Just preserved his units and just waited and waited and waited. And finally, when Walther had two Tigers, that's when they finally overpowered the German side. And that last push was so exciting, man. Just great stuff. All right, folks. We still have a game 3 from these guys left. How could you play a game 3 after that?
Very tiredly, possibly.
I have no idea. How are we going to cast a game 3 after that, Ipkai?
I don't know. Would people... Would they like to wait until tomorrow and find the results? Or would they want to find
waiting.
Now?
Fuck that.
No, let's do it.
We're going to do game 3 after the break. Give us 5 minutes to recuperate. It was a hell of a game. We've got the replay. I'm going to throw some music at you guys. And, we'll come back for the next one. Best game ever. Hell yeah, it was. That replay is going to get uploaded. That VOD's going to go to YouTube. That was some good stuff. I am thoroughly satisfied with what I've seen tonight. All right, we'll be back with the decider, the ace game, coming up next. Stick with us.